A very good evening and welcome to Verdict 2017, where we get you all the updates from the states where the elections are on. Of course, in UP and Manipur is when the next phase is going to be. So let's get you the headlines first. Campaigning ends for the 6th phase of polling in UP and the 1st phase in Manipur. Votes to be cast for 49 constituencies in Uttar Pradesh and 38 in Manipur on the 4th of March. Electioneering in full swing in Uttar Pradesh. BJP party president Amit Shah addresses a rally in Azamgarh and a roadshow in Gorakhpur, while Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav addresses 7 rallies in Balia. And the BJP writes to the Election Commission, demands deployment of women police officials at booths to check voter IDs of burqa-clad women. Party says the move will prevent bogus voting. Campaigning for the 6th and penultimate phase of polling in Uttar Pradesh ended on Thursday. 49 constituencies spread across 7 districts will vote in this phase on the 4th of March. Now, 635 candidates, including 63 women, are in the fray in Azamgarh, Gorakhpur, Balia, Kushinagar, Deoria, Maharajganj and Mau in this phase. 1.72 crore voters are eligible to exercise the franchisee. The BSP is contesting in all 49 seats, while the BJP is fielding candidates in 45. The Samajwadi Party will fight for 40, while the Congress 10 and the RLD in 36 seats. Campaigning also came to an end in Manipur for the first phase of elections to be held on the 4th of March. 38 assembly constituencies will see voting in the first of the 2 phases. 168 candidates are in the fray. The BJP is contesting in all the 60 seats. Congress hasn't fielded candidates in Churachandpur and Kangpokpi constituencies. There are 11 independents. The UNC is fighting on 15 seats. The other parties in the race are Irom Sharmila's People's Resurgence and Justice Alliance or Praja Party, the Left Democratic Front and the Naga People's Front. All right, first of all, let's get you an update on how things stand in Manipur. It's going to be an interesting election there, and Akhilesh Suman has been tracking all those developments, joining us now from Imphal. Akhilesh, like we said, campaigning of course coming to an end today, and you know, it's really within the last 3 or 4 days that it really picked up pace. We saw all the big names of course coming from both the parties, the BJP and the Congress, coming into Imphal and various other parts of Manipur as well. Give us a sense of, you know, what kind of reactions are people giving you? Are they excited for this time, the elections this time around?
Yeah, actually, Tracy, Manipur is a special state as far as elections are concerned. So polling, so campaigning had ended today at 3 p.m. And everyone has started door-to-door campaigning. Though Congress has seen only one big leader, who is Rahul Gandhi, the Vice President, but BJP has seen a host of leaders, right from Prime Minister Narendra Modi to BJP President Amit Shah, Ram Madhav, Prakash Javadekar, Prahlad Patel. They were continuously coming here and going, and rather other than Prime Minister and BJP President Amit Shah, all the leaders have been camping here for a long time. So you can understand that stakes for BJP are very high here, because in the last assembly BJP had only 2 seats, and one of the 2 seats have again gone to Congress, because one of the BJP MLA, Mr. Jai Kishan, has joined Congress and he is fighting against official BJP candidate. So it is going to be testing time for Congress at least, because Congress has been here for 3 terms, and people are now telling that for last 3-4 days scenario has started to be more sensitive, more changing. Earlier it was being seen as in Naga versus non-Naga, but now local issues are also coming to the fore, and people are telling that we are not going only with the parties concerned, but we are also seeing who are the candidates. Because Tracy, you see that many candidates have shifted from one party to another, and also their local issues are hammering the mind of the people. I was talking to many young people. I went to Manipur University today, and they are telling that, see, Naga and non-Naga issue is not dominant for us, because we are facing every day, we are facing the question of employment, the question of education, and allied activities are almost minimum in the state. So they may vote on these considerations also. So Congress may see a red herring on these type of statements, and and I think that BJP will have some smile when on 4th March, because see, this is the main bastion of Maiti community, and this is the agricultural belt where the sustainable permanent agriculture fields are there, where people are plying their fields. So in that case, they have so many allied problems also, and people are saying that there may be some sort of divergence in the community itself, Methi community itself, because it may be homogeneous as it is not part of the hill districts, but there are divergence in the whole community. There are some class and caste hierarchy also inside this, and they may choose accordingly also, Tracy.
So is there a threat for the 15-year-old Congress campaign, Congress rule in the state? That is going to be very crucial to watch. We also have in studio, first of all, Akhilesh, thank you so much for joining us for that update, and we'll continue tracking developments there coming in from Imphal and the rest of Manipur as well. But in studio, like I said, we have Shekhar Iyer, political editor of the Deccan Herald, joining us as well. Shekhar, very quickly, just talking about Manipur and what, according to you, it seems how things are going to be panning out, because at least what I'm hearing or what our reporters are telling us, the signal is quite, not as predictable as we have been seeing in the past 3 elections for that matter, the past 2 elections for that matter. This time perhaps there is a stir of maybe that left front. Will that be able to capitalize on that undecided voter?
Well, I think as your correspondent put it, the issue is this time rather weighing heavily on the Congress, because it has been in power for 15 years under one chief minister. So therefore, I think as your correspondent mentioned, the issues about unemployment, I think it's a very big issue in that state. And also, even I think as your correspondent mentioned, the youth are talking about absence of proper educational facilities, avenues for career, even choices. And most of the Manipuri students are forced to come out of the state for higher education or even for graduation. Now, that being the case, we have also seen an economic blockade there, because by the United Naga Council, which has there been on for more than 100 days. And this has all got to do with the dividing of the districts, because 7 new districts were proposed just late last year, which was seen as trying to, because these districts are considered to be Naga dominated, and the feeling was probably the Congress government there is trying to create a division between the tribals, in the sense Nagas, Kukis and Meithis, who are in the Imphal Valley. So I think these ethnic issues also will have a bearing. But I think that state has undergone a lot of hardship. And I think anyone who goes to Imphal will just see that why the development has not taken place in that state. I mean, whether, despite a single party being there. And so that big question is there. Now, as for BJP, is a new player in the sense that BJP didn't do well last elections. And this time too, whatever candidates they put there largely who are from other parties. I think many have come from the Congress party.
That's right, a lot of turncoats there. So it's going to be interesting to see if the BJP can capitalize on that that frustrated Congress voter. We'll have to wait and see. And when I said earlier the left front, I actually meant the third front there, of course, of the Naga People's Front and the other smaller parties. But then let's turn our focus now to UP, where campaigning, of course, reached its peak on Thursday for the 6th phase. Key leaders of the major political parties held multiple rallies and roadshows at various places in the state. Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav targeted Prime Minister for his first rally in Balia and said that the Prime Minister makes a lot of noise but delivers little. He also highlighted the development schemes and welfare schemes of his government. Akhilesh's wife and MP Dimple Yadav also held 3 rallies in Azamgarh. In fact, Samajwadi Party's alliance partner and Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi too attacked the Prime Minister over the issue of unemployment at a rally in Maharajganj. Rahul further blamed Modi for allegedly making false promises to the people of the country. Meanwhile, on the last day of the campaigning for the 6th phase, BJP President Amit Shah held a roadshow in Gorakhpur along with BJP MLA Yogi Adityanath. Addressing the crowd, Shah maintained that the BJP will get full majority in the state and the people are with the Prime Minister. He slammed the ruling SP government over stalled development in the state. And many political heavyweights also campaigned for the 7th phase of the elections in UP. Remember, that will be the last one. Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi addressed a public rally in Prime Minister Narendra Modi's constituency, Varanasi, and attacked the Prime Minister for supporting corporate companies instead of working for the welfare of the poor. Meanwhile, BSP Chief Mayawati addressed rallies in Bhadoi and Chandoli districts. Attacking the BJP, she said that the Prime Minister is imagining his party's victory in the state. Lashing out at the ruling Samajwadi Party, Mayawati claimed that most of the welfare schemes which the state government claims to have started were actually initiated by her party, the BSP. Elections for the 7th and final phase are scheduled for the 8th of March, in which 40 constituencies of eastern UP will go to polls. The important districts in this phase are Jaunpur, Varanasi, Ghazipur and Mirzapur. In the 2012 assembly elections, the Samajwadi Party had won 23 seats, the BSP 5, while 4 went to the BJP and 3 were won by the Congress Party in that phase.
अभी तक भी हिम्मत नहीं दिखा पाई तो कांग्रेस पार्टी भी सपा के ऐसे दागी चेहरों के सारे गठबंधन करके ये चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं।
50 सबसे अमीर परिवारों को नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने 1,40,000 करोड़ रुपया कर्जा माफ करके दिया है। यूपी के किसानों को क्या दिया? जो यहां बनारसी साड़ी बनाते हैं उनको क्या दिया? लखनऊ में जो आम उगाता है उसको क्या दिया? मुरादाबाद में जो ब्रासलेट का काम करता है उसको क्या दिया? सिर्फ खोखले शब्द, लंबे लंबे भाषण।
Meanwhile, the BJP on Thursday wrote to the Election Commission demanding deployment of women police officials at booths during the 6th and 7th phase of elections in UP to check the voter IDs of burqa-clad women. The demand was made in order to avoid bogus voting. The party has also asked for the deployment of paramilitary forces at polling booths in sensitive areas for the remaining 2 phases. The 6th and 7th phase polling will be held on the 4th and the 8th of March. Well, Shekhar Iyer continues to be with us in studio. Shekhar, talking about the 6th phase, especially the Purvanchal region, it's obviously crucial for the Samajwadi Party to retain those seats because they won so much of it in the previous elections. But apart from that, who else faces the pressure in this particular region?
Well, I think the pressure is on all the 3 parties. I mean, the BJP too, because this region, particularly Eastern UP or the Purvanchal, it holds about 150 seats, and whoever wins in these seats, both in the 6th phase as well as the 7th phase, gets that edge for that comfortable margin, finally deciding who forms the government. Therefore, you are seeing both in terms of election rhetoric, in terms of election speeches, they are getting shriller and shriller. You see Akhilesh Yadav, Rahul Gandhi, and even Prime Minister has been making several forays and holding several meetings.
Yes.
We just saw in Gorakhpur Amit Shah himself leading a road yatra or a road show along with Adityanath. I mean, Gorakhpur is supposed to be Adityanath's own fort.
Yes.
But the fact that there is so much of pressure, because this time, particularly in the Eastern UP, I think the big factors will be where do Muslims vote? Whom do they choose? That's a big question. Will they shift to Mayawati's BSP because she has put up a lot of candidates
Muslim
from the community,
yes.
or will they stick by Samajwadi Party because they've had a long traditional trust with that party? And BJP is also counting on a kind of a new social engineering which it has done.
Yes.
It has got the non-Jatav Dalits with them. I mean, they have put up a lot of candidates from that, and also they're looking at most backward classes.
Okay.
And you also see some of the issues that have been taken up in this phase of campaign, which goes to show there is a tremendous pressure, I think, on all the three parties and their leaders, because this is going to be a kind of do or die kind of stage.
Yes, absolutely. Shekhar Iyer, thank you so much for joining us, giving us an insight into what is going to be crucial for this particular phase, the 6th and the 7th phase, absolutely. And one of the phases, one of the constituencies, in fact, that is going to be prominent in this next election, in the next phase, is going to be Azamgarh. It votes in the 6th phase on Saturday, and it's important for the ruling Samajwadi Party, having won 9 of the 10 assembly seats from the district in 2012 and sending Mulayam Singh Yadav to the Lok Sabha in 2014. The party, of course, would like to hold on to its bastion. Now, the region has a Muslim Yadav caste matrix that the SP is banking on to meet the challenge from the BJP and the BSP in a triangular contest.
Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav is leaving no stone unturned to retain Samajwadi Party bastion Azamgarh. With his father and local MP Mulayam Singh Yadav largely absent on the campaign trail here, Akhilesh has made sure that he's seen plenty in the district. The Chief Minister has held 7 public meetings in Azamgarh with promises to build schools, hospitals and bridges, even as his father barely campaigns outside of Saifai. However, what could work in Akhilesh's favour this time is that the SP voter now accepts him as the future of the party. Its Yadav vote bank too seems intact.
तमाम अस्पताल बना दिया, दवाई गरीबों के, खाद पानी सब ले आया है, सब दिया है साहब, और रोड बना दिया, जहाँ तनी भासी है, काम बहुत किया है। अरे वो निकाल दिया, बात तो अपने में झगड़ा है, आपस का झगड़ा है, लेकिन अखिलेश पर हम लोग हैं, मुलायम पर हैं।
अगर हम विकास करें हैं, अच्छा विकास के लिए दे रहा हूँ, जो विकास करेगा वही को मिलेगा।
उन्हीं की चलाई हुई ये 108 वाली योजना है, रोड है, समाजवादी पेंशन योजना है, तमाम तरह की सुविधा है।
अरे नहीं, काम के लिए काम भी कर रहे हैं, ऐसी बात थोड़ी ना।
काम भी कर रहे हैं,
हाँ, यादव भी हैं।
The BJP, on the other hand, has made its presence felt in the region, with party bigwigs addressing several rallies in the district. They are trying to consolidate the non-Yadav backward vote.
वजह यह है कि विकास करने का लक्ष्य उन्हीं का है, मोदी जी का।
अखिलेश यादव ने
ना अखिलेश यादव ने खाली सिर्फ गुंडागर्दी, राह चलते में कहीं मतलब कोई बहन बेटी आपकी सुरक्षित नहीं है, स्कूल जाते हैं तो बहन बेटी को लोग छेड़ना उल्टा सीधा गुंडागर्दी करते हैं।
एक सोच है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी एक सोच है, उसकी तरफ मैं हूँ।
और आप बताइए?
मेरे भी बीजेपी।
कोई खास वजह?
सोच बदले, विकास बदले।
ये देश के लिए चोरों से बचाना चाहिए, ये जो भ्रष्टाचार मचा रखे हैं, ये देश को बचाना है इनको, इसलिए बीजेपी नरेंद्र मोदी को लाना है।
But Mayawati's BSP could turn the tables on both Samajwadi Party and the BJP. They have a healthy mix of Muslim and upper caste candidates in the fray, and the Dalit voter is holding its cards close.
हम लोग अनुसूचित जात में आते हैं। हाँ।
तो अनुसूचित जाति की नेता बहन जी ही हैं।
जी।
तो आप उन्हीं को वोट देते हैं हमेशा? जी। और इस बार भी देंगे? जी।
परिवार के लोग, अब हम कैसे बताएं, अभी हमको नहीं पता।
भाजपा को दे रहे हैं, इतनी तो बात होती है घर में।
अब हमको कैसे पता, अब जिसका जहाँ मन करेगा वहीं देगा। ये भैया अब वहाँ जात जहाँ वोट पड़ी, अब जेकर भाग चढ़चढ़ाई वही के दई जाए।
Clearly, the Samajwadi Party cannot rest on its laurels from 2012 when it won 9 of the 10 seats in Azamgarh. This time around, they have both the BSP and the BJP to contend with.
Traditional vote bank of Samajwadi Party seems to be intact in district of Azamgarh, but BSP and BJP have also worked on social equations, and if it's a triangular fight in this district, things will not be very easy for Samajwadi Party. With cameraman Anirban, this is Shyam Sundar, Rajya Sabha TV, Azamgarh.
In fact, Shyam Sundar is joining us now from Azamgarh. Shyam, like your report, of course, points out what you're saying is that it's not going to be easy, obviously, for the Samajwadi Party. The BJP and the BSP have put forth quite a few valid arguments for the people there. What's the sense that you're getting? How is the trend going to be tomorrow?
Well, Tracy, we were traveling to rural area of Azamgarh today, and we found out that people in rural area also, they accept that Akhilesh Yadav has worked on roads, power supply, hospitals, and police service. But when you talk to them further, they seems to be divided on caste lines. And of course, for Samajwadi Party, there is a sign of relief that Yadav vote bank is with them, but when you look at Muslim voters, Bahujan Samaj Party is working hard to divide Muslim votes, and that's a cause of worry for Samajwadi Party. Though Akhilesh Yadav has held 7 rallies in this district, but still we have to see whether Muslim vote is intact and backing Samajwadi Party in this election. As far as Bahujan Samaj Party is concerned, Bahujan Samaj Party has given Thakur candidates in at least 2 constituencies, that is Azamgarh Sadar and Atraulia constituency. But there BJP has given a Nishad candidate which comes from another OBC community, and that is creating problem for Samajwadi Party. But then BSP is eating in BJP's vote bank of Brahmins and Thakurs. Yes. So it's a very complicated scene when you go on the ground, and most of the voters are divided on the caste lines. But one thing goes in Akhilesh's favor, that his rebranding after the feud in Samajwadi Party has worked. There is no visible anti-incumbency against Samajwadi Party in this election.
Yes. All right, we'll leave it there for now. Thanks so much, Shyam, for joining us with that story, giving us details into that story. In fact, thank you for joining us for the moment. And turning our focus back to Manipur now, it's of course a multiple issue election, and host of insurgent organizations also pose a threat to conducting peaceful elections. Well, our correspondent Akhilesh Suman spoke exclusively to the Chief Electoral Officer Vivek Kumar Devangan, who is confident of conducting free and fair polls in the state. We're leaving you now with this report.
Election machine is fully geared up to hold a transparent, free, fair and peaceful election in Manipur. Phase 1 election will be covering Imphal East, Imphal West and Manipur district out of 2,794 polling stations in Manipur. First, phase 1 will be covering 1,643 polling stations.
So there must be some vulnerable and some critical polling booths, because Manipur is prone to some insurgency and violent activities. So what is the situation of those booths?
As per the guideline of Election Commission of India, we have carried out extensive vulnerability mapping exercise, and after this exercise, out of 2,794 polling stations, 837 polling stations have been identified as stations, and 529 polling stations have been identified as vulnerable polling station locations. All these critical polling stations will be covered by the micro observers. We are making special security arrangement at these critical and vulnerable polling stations. For the first time in Manipur, we are covering all 2,794 polling stations by web streaming. Wherever we have 3G internet connectivity available, reliable connectivity is there, we'll be doing real-time web streaming, what is happening inside the polling station. Wherever 3G internet connectivity is not there, we'll be covering offline recording, so that if anything goes on within the polling station, we'll be able to capture it, and if in case repoll required, we'll not hesitate to order repoll.
Okay. So there are so many issues in Manipur. So in that case, violence also is prone to violence. So what is the major security arrangement for this phase?
Full Election Commission has been in continuously in touch with us. They visited Manipur on 21st and 22nd February. Thereafter, they had 3 rounds of video conference with Chief Secretary, DGP and all the stakeholders. And we have mobilized all the security agencies, including Army, Assam Rifle. They have been advised to do area domination, so that any insurgents, underground elements, they shall not be able to influence our voters. They will not be able to disturb our polling process.